there's this really cool thing going on. There's this website called 4chan, and 4chan is all these techie geeks website, and they just pitch all kinds of shit. Well, this person named Q, we don't know whether it's male or female, started posting these pertinent questions, and it's posted, everything is questions, and they're really short, or they're just a statement, and so it'll like have HRC, meaning Hillary Rodham Clinton, but it's written in techie-ese, I don't know what you call it, but some of it you can understand, but mostly I can't understand anything. Well, all these techies have jumped on and started deciphering it, and whoever this is putting this stuff out is on the money as WikiLeaks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's saying that right now Haitians hate her. But anyway, they asked Gowdy what he thought, and he said if Hillary Clinton goes down, all of Washington will go down.
Oh, you think so?
Because they're all so clusterfuck married into the crime.
Is that why you voted for Trump?
Yeah. Because I know too much about Hillary. Have you ever seen the Clinton Chronicles?
But what about him and being like such a terrible leader and his
sexist and racist?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't give a fuck what you do with your sex life or your marriage. I care what you do about with this country. I care what you've done with your businesses. He's been really successful. This thing is like a chess game right now. If you really get into the Q posts, and then there are all these techies you can look on Facebook, and they give the research they found that Q has posted. Okay. It's like watching the best fucking movie ever. This is going to be someday. You'll see it. I won't. But someday there'll be this is historical.
But what has he done to be a good leader, though?
Okay, I'll show you. Okay. I've got a list.
Okay.
He's got more women in his cabinet than ever. Our economy's up, the stock market's up. He's taken, everybody had a shit fit because he got Goldman Sachs, and I was like, why are they putting all those assholes in office? Well, you know what they say, keep your friends close and your enemies closer?
Yeah.
Well, what happened was he cut all these regulations. I don't know if you saw the pictures, stacks of regulations and stuff. Well, what's happening is everybody was going overseas to make products. Mm-hmm. Our companies were going overseas, right, to China.
Yeah.
They're all coming back. They're all coming back and starting to give Americans jobs again.
Oh, I haven't seen
factories.
that.
Yeah.
I read a little article about that.
And the mainstream news is not putting it. You have to be online.
Yeah.
You can't count the mainstream. But there's this other. That's why he's saying drain the swamp, because he's kicking those motherfuckers out. It's so cool, and all these young people are hep to it. But if you look at the Women's March, it wasn't a Women's March. It was a protest against Trump march. And do you know who George Soros is?
I do.
Okay, that guy is behind all that shit. All of it.
What? Do you have any evidence?
Pardon?
Do you have any evidence?
Yeah, they do. I don't on me, but it's all over the net.
Yeah.
Like Snopes, you go there to Soros funded.
Oh, okay.
He's funded over 250,000 opposition groups in the United States.
What is this, Tracy?
This is it.
This is Brits Peninsula.
It's a whole nother group of artists from when I was here. It's like, where did those people go? And then I just mentioned Mike Manuel Neri, and does Barbara still live out here?
Mm-hmm.
She's right here, this one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So does little Denise.
Is it really 7:52?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't mean to rush you guys.
No,
I just thought like people were leaving.
I don't know anybody there, so except for Jackie and Cheryl. And Cheryl, they're in their own world, so you and I were there not knowing anybody.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's all about the art.
But anyway, I mentioned Man O'Leary, and he said, didn't he pass away? Which I didn't. If he did, I didn't know about it. But he was older than us. He'd be in his, he'd be close to 80 now.
Yeah.
had a studio here at the church, and then he had one in Carrera, Italy, and he had one in what's that mountain town in Mexico?
And that's who Mary Pendergast modeled for.
Oh, that was his muse. I've got pictures of them together.
What time do you get off tomorrow, Penny?
And they needed somebody. I mean, that's good money. It's really, you know, you get 70, 80 a year.
Mm-hmm.
And had that job because I had an inside line piss test. So
For that, really?
Yeah, because what if you drive the van with all the samples?
Oh,
And I
guess,
think how fucked up is that? Because people drink alcohol and come in hungover and do surgeries and drive trucks. And it's how stupid is that? I said, put me on the floor. Well, it's just across the store. It's across the business policy. You know, just and I said, you watch. People are going to start getting sued because it's okay to be an alcoholic and go to work, but you can't smoke weed.
No, it's not okay to be an alcoholic.
But they do. But they do, and they don't get tested for alcohol unless they're fucked up.
They were drunk.
You know my friend Colleen, that's a doctor? Her husband, when she was getting a divorce, he was a surgeon, and he was an alcoholic. And she said he would go in so hungover. And when they were getting the divorce, it really rode her conscience whether to, you know, speak to the hospital about it or what, because he's doing surgeries hungover. I'd rather have somebody hungover from weed operating on me than alcohol any day. Cheryl told me that we had a couple of stories about Dion in the paper coming out of her.
Well, I had a good night with you guys.
What time?
I said I had a good night with you guys.
Oh, good. We'll do it again.